Hey people, D-Man here. Today I am reviewing Bastard. So this is a new anime series that just came out on Netflix. Now you might be thinking, ooh, that sounds interesting. It's called Bastard. It's a new anime series that came out on Netflix. This actually had an old anime back in like 1992, I think. I have watched it. It was like a long time ago, probably when I was like, I don't know. Like 10, no, probably not 10, probably like 14, 15, yeah, somewhere around there. I watched the original, and it does seem like it keeps a lot of characteristics from the original, just upgrading a lot of stuff as well, and probably changing a few things here and there. But it does seem like it does keep most of the main things from the original. It does leave off on a cliffhanger, which the original also did. I don't think there was ever a season 2 on the original, but if there was, I don't think I watched it. But I did watch season 1 on the original. I don't remember everything, but I do remember some things, and this does have some things in common with it. So that's pretty interesting. Although I think the original had nudity, and this one does not have nudity. But yeah, that's beside the point. Anyways, it's interesting. Upgrade graphics, upgrade animation. Pretty interesting nonetheless. So let's get into non-spoiler section. So non-spoiler section. Were the characters good? Yes. Were they as good as the original? To my memory, they're pretty on par. Were the voice acting good? Yes. Was it as good as the original? I would say, for the most part, yes. Although Dark City, I forgot the main character's name already. I'm mad. The main character, his original voice actor, I feel like gave him more of a kick. Like it sounded more like him, but maybe that's just nostalgia talking. But I feel like his original voice actor sounded more like him. Dark City. That's a Star Wars character. Dar. Whatever his name is. I feel like the original voice actor got him better though. Anyways, the other voice actors pretty okay. I don't really remember the other voice actors in the original that well, but I do remember the original voice actor for the main character, and I feel like he sounded better. But whatever. Anyways, moving on. Animation. Was the animation good? Yes. There were some goofy parts here and there. Some parts where it was like a still frame here and there as well. But that's animation budgets, obviously. But for the most part, it was pretty good. Except for some parts, as I already said. Let's see. Anything else? Yeah, let's talk about... We talked about animation, voice acting, characters, same as the original, as I already said. And I can't really talk about anything else without spoiling it, can I? Can't talk about plot without spoiling it. Can't talk about much of anything else. So let's get into spoilers. Spoiler alert.
Just remind you to subscribe, hit that bell, like, comment, share this video, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok down below.
Okay, spoiler alert. Okay, so let's start off with the main character. His name is Darsh, by the way. Dark Darsh. It's a stupid name, I'll be honest. At least in my personal opinion. Dark Darsh. Might as well just call yourself Douche, but whatever. And he's an evil sorceress. Or evil witch, wizard, whatever one you prefer. Anyways, basically, his character is just evil. And how evil, you might be asking? Well, not only is he evil, he's also an asshole and also a creep. So let's get into that. So how evil is he? Well, he started a war to take over the planet, to rule because he wanted to be king. He also murdered a bunch of people, maybe even a few he murdered a bunch of people, like just a bunch to be like crowned king of the world. Pretty evil. Um, then on the dick side, the douche side, what has he done to be a douche or a dick? Well, he's very rude and he's very narcissistic. So combine those two together, it's just like a horrible disaster. And then finally, on probably one of the worst traits of him is he's a creep. So why is he a creep, you might be asking? Well, first off, he is a womanizer, which is bad enough. Second off, he definitely has molested ladies before. Maybe worse, not sure. And then the worst thing that he's done in the creep section is he found a young girl, raised her to be pretty much his own daughter, and then when she hit a certain age, he made her into his lover. And that is disgusting. So that would be grooming. And I gotta say, that's probably one of the worst things about this thing. And I gotta say, it probably wasn't that much of a problem back in when this thing came out before in the 90s. Probably before that when the manga came out too. But nowadays it's kind of like, ooh, that's a grooming, guy. Like you could definitely, that's definitely something bad that's not good. So yeah, that's a thing. And then let's get into the plot, I guess. So the plot is basically this guy. He is reincarnated into a child, but then his memories are sealed into this child. So this child grows up alongside a priestess, a virgin priestess, has to be a virgin, and basically has fun as a child. And then when he hits the age of he looks like he's like 12 or something, but I guess he might be 15. I don't know, somewhere around that age, I guess, 12 to 15 ish. I forgot his age. They have to resummon this guy to save the kingdom, and of course he does not want to save the kingdom because he's an evil douche. But then he ends up saving the kingdom, and then they end up resealing him by another kiss. So on and so forth. They do this for 2 times, and then the last time to do it, he finally kind of listens to them and goes out to stop the bad guys. And he's actually turning good. You can tell this because of his childhood self, his new childhood self, I guess, is changing his mind to make him more of a good person. So that's a thing, I guess. And it's kind of it's interesting. I will say that it's interesting. It's pretty fun. The plot line's also pretty good, I would say. Pretty interesting. He has to go fight this ninja guy. He wins against him. The ninjas join his forces. It's all about the evil guys are all about resurrecting this evil demon that will make the world paradise. Even though that's probably not what's gonna happen because they're stupid. So he fights the ninja, makes him on his side, and then the next person he has to fight is his old girlfriend who was also his daughter, and the fight is very interesting. It's kind of long and drawn out, and they keep on saying oh, they were lovers. Oh, that's your daughter. It's very weird. Semi uncomfortable, to be honest, because they keep on saying that's your daughter, even though it's just that's your daughter you made into your lover. It's kind of creepy. But whatever, I guess. It's a pretty interesting fight nonetheless. Along the way, he does fight other characters as well. He does fight this vampire guy, and he wins against him, obviously. He wins against everybody. There's a brief moment where you might be oh, he might lose, but he wins against everybody. There's some moments where they break the fourth wall. It's pretty funny. There's a guy that actually ended up killing him, who turned into a dragon, and it turns out he's still alive, and he is a dragon, a little pipsqueak dragon that's probably going to come back into the story and probably going to be turned into a human sometime, eventually. I'm not sure, because the old anime kind of ended off on the same point this one did, and I don't think there was a season 2, so I didn't see it if there was, and I never looked at the manga either, so I don't know what happened after this point. But basically, it ends on a cliffhanger like it did the old anime, and it just kind of ends there. And I'm sure if a lot of people like this, it's gonna get a season 2. But if they don't, it's not gonna get a season 2, obviously. Um, and I don't know if people are gonna like this or not. I think people might like it. It's kind of like an edgy lord thing, sort of thing. But then again, that one part kind of does not go with today's standards. I'll be honest, because it's kind of messed up. But other than that, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay storyline. It's pretty interesting, pretty okay, pretty fun. It's a journey of this evil guy he's still evil enough to do some evil things. But he's good enough to try not to kill everybody and to try to actually save lives, which is interesting, to say the least, I guess. So he's evil enough to kill some people, but good enough to not kill everybody. And the more and more he progresses, the less and less he's killing people, which is also a thing. So that's something, I guess, you know? And yeah, that's about it. So it ends off on a cliffhanger. Pretty interesting. Pretty interesting story in general. It does have a lot from the past anime. It's not as I don't think it's as raunchy as the past anime, but it has a lot from it. And in general, it was okay. A few things here and there were kind of meh. A few animation errors here and there. But all in all, it was okay. And I don't know if it's going to get a second season, but if it does, I'll review it because I would like to see what happens. And I'll be honest, I'm not going to go look at the manga because I'm lazy. Excuse me. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, and share. Hit that bell notification. That's the best way to keep my channel. Link down below to my Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. And as always, our friends, stay sane. Peace. I am Doc Schneider. Doc Schneider. Doc Schneider.
Just remind you to subscribe, hit that bell, like, comment, and share this video. Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok down below. Shadow, my baby, I love you so much. You're my baby. And you love to sleep in the bathtub. 'Cause you're a weirdo. Shadow, look here, buddy. Look over here.